let's address a question we have been asked 1,000 times. Where's Dennis? Dennis, of course, is Dennis Anderson, one of the most popular drivers in American racing. He's back in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, nursing a broken knee. Folks, you know that's got to hurt. That's where our crew from ESPN caught up with him.
Been quite some time now, but it was Gary Porter and I. We were racing with Chicago style around and around, and I came back for the finish, and I got a little tangled up on my end of the track, and I just went up and kissed that wall really hard, and I tell you, I really wasn't braced for that impact. When I first cracked my knee, it was like it was no big deal, you know. I cracked my knee, it's going to heal up, everything's going to be fine. Well, it ended up being a lot serious, you know, than I thought it was going to be. So, you know, I'm listening to the doctors a lot more. You know, when I first stepped in that doctor's office, I was like, it was in one ear and out the other. Get me a cast on here. I'm going to the shop. We're going to do things. And I tell you, I've really backed up about 3 steps, and I'm listening to these guys because it's really a sad feeling. You know, I hate for people to watch me like come up the steps or walk across the parking lot, or you know, I just feel like I'm just I don't know. It's like it really hurts. I was going to physical therapy for 3 days a week, and we had some dead muscles in my legs, so we had to tighten up on the physical therapy. So I've been going every day of the week for 2.5 hours a day. Okay, this is functional electric stimulation. This is a machine that's going to help Dennis to contract the quadricep muscle, which is on the front of his leg. He's having a hard time contracting it after this knee injury. So this is going to help him do it. And you'll be able to see the muscle jumping. So you can see it starting to twitch already. We're going to get a good contraction. Hey, that looks good. Is that it? Okay. Now, when the machine shuts off, you'll be able to see that muscle stop. There we go. And he'll be on this for about 15 minutes. Another part of his therapy is going to be doing stretches. He's going to get on a bicycle where he can use his arms to help stretch his knee. It was pretty depressing. You know, I felt like, you know, once I went in there to do these little simple exercises, I never really tried them at home. And which I didn't really, you know, once I had my cast off, I had to wait a couple of weeks after I got the cast off to loosen the leg up before I started physical therapy. But it was really depressing, you know. I mean, I felt like laying there and crying if nobody wouldn't have been watching. But because it was just such a simple thing that I couldn't even do. And it wasn't that it was painful. It was just that I didn't have a signal to some of the main muscles in my legs. So I couldn't even tell it what to do, you know. And I just felt helpless, and it was scary because I'll tell you, if I had to drag this leg around like I'm doing now for the rest of my life, I'd be an unhappy puppy. You can believe that. Why don't you try and see if we can bring it a little bit further than last time?
Just be easy.
I'm going slow. This looks good. Looks real good. Okay, turn you in. Get a little tight right there.
Yeah.
Okay, keep breathing. Hold it right there. Now keep your hips down. That's it. Good. Well, that looks good, Dennis.
All right. Okay.
I think it's kind of getting old, but I know I've got to do it. It'd be like taking dancing lessons or something, you know, and Mom's got to stick her head out. All right, come on, you got to go to dancing lessons, you know. It's getting to be on that track now, but I know that I've got to stick with it because the physical therapy has really helped me a lot. You know, I can bend my leg. I'm starting to get some strength back in it and some movement in it.
Hi, Dennis. Get well soon. Yeah. Bye.
I'm sure you join all of us here on Monster Truck Challenge in wishing Dennis a full and complete recovery. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to another round of Monster Truck Challenge. We're in Raleigh, North Carolina this week, and look who's back with us. On his feet again, Dennis Anderson of Gravedigger fame. The leg has been injured, but now it's healed.
Yeah, it's my leg's not 100% yet, but it will be because my leg's come a long ways in the last 6 weeks. I've been out on the road 6 weeks now testing this new truck, trying to get it dialed in so we could come in here and run with these elite fleet guys here, you know, and we're just going to give them all we got tonight.
But it's got to feel great to be back out here.
It really does, you know. I was kind of stuck there at home, but being home, it wasn't all that bad. I got a lot of plans for the future while I was home. I had time to sit down and think about what I was doing, and it really gave me some time off of the road mainly, and gave me a lot of good time with my family, too.
Going to dig a grave this weekend for somebody?
I tell you, we might not dig a grave for him, but we're going to start a hole for him anyway.
There you go. Dennis Anderson of Gravedigger fame. Going to try his luck this week in Raleigh, North Carolina.
But Jackie is worried. because the man is here in his home state, and he's back in the saddle. Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger, our fastest qualifier. Dennis back with us on Monster Truck Challenge, driving a brand new Gravedigger after a knee injury that kept him out the early part of this season. Our Jim Clark is with Dennis Anderson, and they talk about tonight's race.
Dennis Anderson, Gravedigger, your first big race since your injury, and you're back here in Raleigh, North Carolina as the fastest qualifier tonight.
Yeah, I tell you, that makes me feel kind of proud, you know, because I've been out for a while. I've been doing a little hit-and-miss races here and there, trying to get the bugs worked out. It's a new truck. But I tell you, I'm really proud of myself right now because I came out and I pulled off a fastest qualifying. And I'm running against some tough guys out here. I mean, the competition is tough. The main thing is just trying to hold myself back, control myself so I don't pull too hard of a whole shot and get too much air off that first foul. If I can keep her down on the ground making tracks, we'll beat them.
Same old Dennis, and of course, as the fastest qualifier, he gets lane choice all night. Let's go down to the track where the Gravedigger is lining up against Rambo. Dennis Anderson in his first race of the 1992 season with a brand new truck, and the crowd's letting him know they're behind him in his home state. Bill Weaver out of New York, ready to go aboard Rambo. He knows the Gravedigger's going to be a tough competitor in this first round competition. Here's a good shot of Bill Weaver. Hastings, New York, his hometown. He's piloting Rambo. Rambo, Gravedigger side by side. They square off for round number one. Dennis Anderson popping a wheelie after the first set of cars. Rambo digging down in the dirt. Things flying all over the place. And the win goes to Gravedigger. Dennis Anderson back on this 92 circuit. Look at that truck. A brand new truck. The driver been studying. He's ready to go. And Dennis Anderson buries Rambo in round number one. A lot of bouncy bounce for Bill Weaver, but that more bounce to the ounce doesn't get you anywhere when you're going up against the high-flying Gravedigger. What is that flew off the Rambo truck there? While Bill himself was looking down there to see what it was. We saw it fly off.
Welcome back, everybody, to Raleigh, North Carolina for the Monster Truck Challenge. Our guest this week, back on his feet, Dennis Anderson from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Tell me about the truck, because obviously it looks great. It's a new truck, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you, I've been out and ran about 6 weeks with it, and it was more or less like an exhibition deals that I was doing. It was testing the truck and dialing it in, and we've got the truck pretty much dialed in now. So
you've had a chance to see what it would behave like, and now you're ready to, I guess, tackle the big boys, huh?
Right. You know, this is their point series, and these races, all my races are serious, but this is really a super serious race for me here. This sport has gotten so competitive over the last few years that you really can't predict, well, this truck is going to do well this year, this is going to do well this year. The variables in the sport have completely changed, haven't they? It really has, you know, just the design of the trucks, all of our rules and regulations, you know, everything has changed, and it's really a super competitive sport now. Where do you see this sport going? Where's the future going to take this sport? I tell you, it's going to come down to, I feel like it'll come down to something like NHRA drag racing, in which it's almost there. In my book, it's there now, you know, but it's going to really, we're going to get a lot of exposure with it. These guys are really getting really technical with the trucks. It used to be that you just put this big piece of iron together and come out and let's crush cars. Well, it's not like that anymore. I mean, we're still using the cars to crush with because it's a monster truck, but these are real, true blue racers now. These things are going to have wings and fly here before long. Yeah, you aren't kidding about that now. We're getting them light, you know, and we've got a weight restriction right now, you know, but these trucks are really light. They're fast, but they're good trucks. Listen, take care of that leg, too. No more adventures. Okay. Dennis Anderson, Kill Devil Hills, and of course the truck, as you know, is the Gravedigger.
So it's equalizer back from the grave against the Gravedigger. And speaking of that, Dennis Anderson is with Jim Clark.
Are you going to do anything different on your next run because of the track?
I don't know. I just need to kind of watch these other trucks go now that I got a little bit of time to watch them, because I was the first pack out. So I get a chance to watch these guys. And I want to see a 4-link truck go in the other lane. I've got lane choice. so I can switch lanes tonight, and I'll just have to see what these other guys look like in the other lane over here.
All right, well, congratulations and good luck again.
All right, thanks.
Dennis Anderson back in the Gravedigger against the Equalizer. The Equalizer being played tonight by engine problems, and Dennis Anderson comes from behind and picks up a win. Win number 2 for the Digger. A tough break and a valiant effort on the part of David Morris and the Equalizer. And the crowd loves to see the Digger. He just keeps on winning. Now, we weren't sure what to expect from David Morris. You see the puff of smoke. And this is where Dennis really turns it on. The Equalizer just can't keep up with the brand new and hot running Gravedigger. And Dennis Anderson, a force to be reckoned with here in Raleigh as he goes on to our championship round. Now, David Morris, remember, he lost to Keystone Cruncher. He didn't even think he was going to come back. He was having some engine problems. Cruncher could not answer the call, and David comes back, gives it his all, and not a bad run. But he's going against the Gravedigger after all, and hey, that's a tall order in anybody's book. The crowd waving to our ESPN cameras here in Raleigh for this final. It's Digger and Taurus. And for the first time tonight, Jackie Willman and Taurus is in the left lane.
Digger's going to have the choice of lanes here. You're probably going to end up on the left, correct?
Yeah, I'm going to end up running in the lane that I haven't run all night, so it's going to be a new experience. And I think I got a little bit better truck than those who've been running in that lane, so I'm just going to see if I can get the truck down in the best respect I can.
I saw you over there kind of surveying your lane. Did you see anything interesting?
No, it's just that first set of cars really wants to throw you up in the air, and I'm just going to try to see what I can do and get over him, and I'll give him a run for his money.
Well, good luck to you and Taurus in the finals.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jackie Willman talking lane choice. Of course, everybody's talking lane choice tonight, including this guy, Dennis Anderson of the Gravedigger. He was our fastest qualifier, and he does get lane choice here tonight.
All right, Dennis Anderson, the Digger, been a successful night going into the finals up against Taurus.
Hey, I tell you, Jackie's been laying down some good runs. We had some real close qualifying runs. And I think he finished up second fastest. I was the first fastest. I do have lane choice over him. He's favoring this right lane. He hadn't run that left lane all night, so maybe I can get the edge on him, throw him in that left lane over there. I'm kind of used to this lane, but all we got to do is keep her cool. Every time it comes down to the finals, he's pretty aggressive, and so am I. And we just got to come over that first pile of cars and get her planted on the ground and go for it.
The aggressive opinions of Dennis Anderson, plan him and go. And here he is in his home state of North Carolina. We're set for the final, Taurus and Gravedigger. When we get the green light, it's showtime, and there it goes. Taurus with a big lead, but look, he has trouble over the second set, and Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger wins it. The win in his home state for the first time out in the 92 season of a brand new truck. Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger. And here's how it was done. Off the line, it was Taurus. Dennis said he was going to plant him and go. Here he does. He passes him in the air. The win goes to Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger. From this angle, you can see there's some problems, not right here, but when he plants him and goes right here, look, you'll see some sparks. And it looks as though the drive shaft fell out of it, but Dennis was already in the air, already airborne. He gets the win. Dennis Anderson and the Gravedigger go on to win it here in Raleigh. Jackie Willman spinning on the line. He did get the hole shot. He comes off bobbles right here. This is very uncharacteristic for Taurus as he just sort of limps across, takes out the finish line pole, and struggles to keep it under control.
Whoa. What a race. Great job, Joe, on the call. Unbelievable finish and a great night here in front of the home state crowd for Dennis Anderson from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina.
Congratulations, Dennis Anderson. Big win here in Raleigh.
Yeah, I tell you, I knew it was going to be a tough finals there, and I pushed her a little bit harder than I've been pushing it all night, but I knew I had to do it to beat Jackie Willman with Taurus because he kind of drives like I do, buddy. He just lets her go, you know, and I was here to win. I'm glad I could win in my home state. We had a bunch of fans here tonight, a real good crowd, and I tell you, I couldn't have pulled it off without the guys back at the shop, my crew, my engine builder, Jim Stackers. He's done a fine job. The motor's really got a lot of power for us this year. Autometer's been helping us out. Goodyear, they've really helped us out on the new set of tires, and Goodyear's going to be helping us out the rest of the season here, and we couldn't do it without all those guys.
Competition was so neck and neck with you and Taurus on that last run. It was almost hard to tell who won.
Yeah, I tell you, that's how these courses are. You know, we get outdoors, the trucks get stretched out a little bit farther then, but this is an outdoor course, but it's not as long as some of the courses we run on. But I tell you, when it comes down to the top 6 trucks, the 4-link trucks is racing right now for the point series. It's really hard to call a winner. You know, we've got 6 main trucks, and it's any dog's day.
All right, well, listen, congratulations, and good luck to you in the future.
All right, thanks a lot.
Our next matchup ready to go between the Kodiak and the Gravedigger. Now the Gravedigger, piloted by Dennis Anderson, he's back after a lengthy time off, and he's at a Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, ready to go with the Digger. Kodiak being piloted today by Mark Bendler. Mark coming with us for the first time on Monster Truck Challenge out of New Berlin, Wisconsin. So it's Bendler and Kodiak, Anderson and Gravedigger. The red headlights on Digger, and Digger gets the hole shot. But hole shots count in straight line racing. This is a figure 8 course. They come around the first turn. They'll be approaching that first set of cars. Look for a good jump. The Digger has the lead. Whoa! He clears the entire set of cars. Which track we gonna take? Bendler having a little trouble staying on course, keeping control of the truck, and the Digger a slight lead as they come around and head to the cars one more time. Whoa, what a finish. Kodiak comes apart, but look, oh, Dennis Anderson runs out of track space. Dennis Anderson, the Gravedigger, your winner. I hope he can come back with us. We'll check with him later on.
Dennis Anderson, the Gravedigger, first of all, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just fine. Smashed into the wall there, and I clipped my ribs in the back of my seat and just knocked the wind out of me for a few minutes, but I'm all right now.
What the heck happened?
Well, I tell you, I come around that the last turn there. My truck just felt like it was trying to drift out, and I thought old Kodiak there was getting ready to blow me away, so once I got the truck straightened out, I just smashed that big motor, and it shot me over the cars, and kind of surprised me. I didn't think I was going to get that much air, but I had to deal with it because it was too late to back out. Once I hit the ground, I had to tap the throttle a couple times to make sure I was going to be in control, and it was just going so fast on that slick asphalt, I had to lock it up and slide it sideways and take to the wall.
The Gravedigger comes up. The Gravedigger with Lyle Hancock aboard, and everybody's asking him, where's Dennis?
Apparently overshot the set of cars that he was going for. He was trailing behind one of the other monster trucks and needed to make up some time. When he come down, basically, he had slid sideways, smashed into the wall there. He had gone to a restaurant to eat some dinner after the race was over that night, and he went to take a drink or something, and he coughed real hard. While in doing so, he had already had injured some of the ribs, and when he coughed so hard, it actually separated some of the rib cage, so he's going to be out for a little while.